Right, Big Mac? Hopefully you can hear me alright. So I'll just carry on with a bit of Pig Detective today. It seems it always resets you to this corridor when you reload a save.
What do you want from me? I've already admitted everything.
Tell me again.
I'm in cahoots with Mr. Blind. He's the mastermind behind it all. I am but a lowly mercenary, a pawn in his ugly little game.
Right, so I don't think I've looked at everything in the servants' quarters yet. Let's have a look at the map. Gel blasters are less regulated than airsoft guns in the sense that you can just buy a realistic looking gel blaster over the counter without any issues. Airsoft requires you to have the fucking Ucara sort of thing. I think I have been down over here, haven't I? Yeah. So we nicked the umbrella from the other bloke. What was my other objective? Talk to Cook. Nosy Parker, she's in the, photo room, isn't she? The dark room upstairs somewhere. I haven't found a lamp yet, but I've got the umbrella. I don't know, Max. Over here, they're just sold as they are. I don't know what they are, technically. So the cook is not here. Going the wrong way or the right way? It's the wrong way. Okay, have I been to the end of the corridor there? Let's have a look. Yeah, I have, because this is just the back door, right? I mean, I think you can buy any brand over here. We obviously have the ones that are made by the same airsoft companies, but, as long as they shoot the gel pellets, I don't think there's any rule on who can, who or cannot sell them. Does that make sense? So I'm going to go to the dark room. It was up here somewhere, I think. Not here. Right, Rajiv?
It's locked.
No, this wasn't the way to the dark room. It was somewhere else. It's like an attic floor, but not this corridor then. Is it that one? from these rooms, if I remember right. Oh, stolen somebody's keys. Okay. That wasn't what I was planning on doing, but alright, if they were there. What's the dark room then? Was it up another floor?
Why can't I open it? Is it
Yeah,
barred
it's
from
not
the
surely a
other
door.
side?
Well, that's good to know. Like I said, I've heard there's asbestos in some of them, but yeah, you don't want to be breathing it in, whatever it is, even if it's cotton, if it's falling apart. So that's... is that his room, that one? So is it that first door on the left? No, right, okay, where was that bloody dark room? Oh, you can actually see what they are. Or was it the storage room? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Mr. Pig Detective, how good to see you. Perfect timing. I just finished developing my pictures.
What are the pictures of?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. It shows a natural kind of curiosity that is very conducive to our journalistic mission. Now, this here is Ebenezer von Boffington. I expect you've heard of him. He is very famous because he was very rich.
Oh, I'm afraid I'm completely in the dark about this character.
Mr. Pig Detective, you really haven't heard of Ebenezer, the richest Boffington of them all. Let me educate you. The story goes that he buried an immense treasure somewhere near Boffington Hall about 100 years ago. After his death, Wienerwald Woods was swarming with treasure hunters. The treasure was never found, of course, and eventually people stopped looking. But there has been a new development recently.
I can't wait to hear more.
Oh, I knew this story would appeal to your detective-y nature, Mr. Pig Detective. The fact is, Mr. Pig Detective, that there has been a ghost haunting Wienerwald Woods lately. My newspaper has received an anonymous tip that it might well be the ghost of Ebenezer von Boffington looking for his...
A ghost in Wienerwald Woods looking for lost treasure? I'm thrilled.
Do you know anything about the old inn in Wienerwald Woods?
An inn in Wienerwald Woods? This is the first I've heard of it.
Well, that's very inconvenient. Can you please find out where it is? My information is that you have to pass through the labyrinth to get there. Come back when you've found it. Then you can show me where it is.
What's that weird vibrating going on in the controller? It's very strange. It's like a constant vibration going on this room in the controller. Is it just when I'm stood there? Oh, I see. It's probably when you're meant to interact with something, it makes it vibrate. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Still need to find a lamp, and I have no idea where the lamp is.
If you're just joining us, you're listening to Wienerwald AM Radio. I'm your
Let me
host.
try downstairs in here. No, not that way. This way, maybe? I can't even remember how to get to the kitchens now.
What are you doing with the china?
What am I doing with the china? What are you doing with the china? I know you're chronically nosy. That is no wonder with a snout like that. But your being interested in the china of all things is just too much.
I'm a private investigator. I'm supposed to be interested in everything.
Well, go be interested in something else. This china isn't interesting at all.
Yeah, he doesn't like the china. Yeah, alright, Hype. Well, he's definitely meant to be a gold digger, as and like a money grabber, as they said in the early bit, where he's like, "Oh, my hobby is gold digging," or whatever it is.
I'm sorry, sir, but I cannot let you go outside. Constable Cat said everyone needs to stay in the house until the investigation is...
Can I ask why you have a dangerous weapon in your room?
Oh no, you found my saber?
What's something about his
Keep
snout?
telling me not to let it lie around like that. I hope you can
Oh,
keep
you
a
they?
secret. We are members of a secret society, you see. And we have to practice fighting for the Day of the Duck. That's a very important day for us ducks.
Day of the Duck, eh?
Please don't tell Dickens about it, or her ladyship. The valet says they wouldn't like it at all.
So it's not actually ghosts who are responsible for the fencing noises at night? It's you?
Your quarter's out, sir. Please don't tell anyone. They'll forbid it for sure, and we wouldn't like to be unprepared when the Day of the Duck comes. Anates de super, sir.
It's a game about being a pig that's a detective, and it's basically a rip-off of some of the old, like, Sherlock Holmes style things, like Hound of the Baskervilles. And again, pig detective doesn't have a mouth. So where is the, what room was I looking for? The kitchen. Oh, it's on this floor. Okay. Oh, right. The kitchen duck's back here, whatever she is. She looks more like, chickeny sort of cockerel thing.
Excuse me?
Oh, what is it now?
There's a rumor about a ghost that haunts this kitchen.
A rumor? That's rich.
Point
That's
and click
no
adventure,
rumor.
even though you can't
It's a
point because it's a
hard-boiled
PlayStation
fact.
controller.
Who else but a ghost would come in here and steal my food? Everyone else knows that I give it away freely if asked politely. But I can't turn my back for a minute without something or other disappearing from my larder, or even from this very table.
I'm gonna blame it on that blue duck thing.
And
Whatever
who
he
takes
is.
it away? It's a complete mystery. But if you ask me, it's that glutton Ludwig Buffington that steals my food. Couldn't get enough in life, can't get enough in death. That's rich people for you.
I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for the missing food.
You don't believe me? Suit yourself. I am going to my room to put my feet up now. And mark my words, the minute I'm gone, some of this stew will disappear.
I'll believe that when I see it.
You believe what you choose, I suppose. I'm calling it a day. Now don't touch my stew when I'm gone. It's bad enough with the ghost ransacking my kitchen every time my eye is turned.
Yeah, Roger, what's in the pot? Doubt it's
Can't
chicken.
hurt to wait around a bit, I suppose. Maybe that ghost of hers will turn up. Now, where's a good place to lurk?
Just let me look. Maybe in there. Apparently, yeah. Oh, it's the mouse.
What who? Who's there?
Oh, you failed. I was have to hold R2 all that fucking time. Try again.
Can't hurt to wait around a bit, I suppose. Maybe that ghost of hers will turn up. Now, where's a good place to lurk?
Right, I need to keep R2 held down the entire time. But technically, you couldn't see her if he was hiding like that. Yeah, very Pink Panther-y, isn't it? Dun 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 dun. Yeah, Big Detective Lee is stupidly overdone for what this is. A free game on Dreams. This entire series is amazing for what this is. Don't be a racist, JJ. He's just a pig. Or is she going to the locked door in the attic? Oh yeah, PS14s are very nice, but yeah, they're expensive. Oh, the hidden thing in the cupboard.
Ugh.
Oh, good, you're awake. Inhale deeply. Those are my mother's smelling salts. They can raise the dead.
Mrs. Honey, you're the food-stealing ghost?
Oh dear, I did not think this through, it appears. I am very sorry for what I'm about to do.
Oh, what happened? Did I just dream all that?
Oh, Chinese tubes are really nice. Like I've said before, the NNVTs are really good, as Hype will tell you. Yep, and that was where the little cabinet was.
A door inside a wardrobe. Will it lead to a mythical land? What's this? Knocking is a very rhythmical activity. Knock, knocky, knock, 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 knock. Now, where did I hear this recently?
Oh, that was the thing on the little code thing.
What do we have here? The Twins Restaurant. Sounds yummy.
Dear Aunt Dottie, please don't worry about us. The restaurant is a smashing success, and we aren't nearly fighting as much out here on the Sun Coast. It is far too hot for that. Please visit us soon. Love, your devoted nephews, Algernon and Estragon, the Boffington twins.
Algernon and Estragon.
Oh, somebody's coming up behind you.
Hello?
Ouch, my poor head.
What? I can't hear you. You'll have to speak up, I'm afraid. Being old is such a nuisance.
Aunt Dottie, I presume?
I'm Dorothea of Boffington. I'm sorry that I startled you. I did not expect visitors, you see. I don't get them very often. Nobody comes to see me these days but my dear friend Harriet, who's the housekeeper here at Boffington Hall. She brings up my meals these days. Sometimes she stays for a little chat, which is nice. Have you come for a chat?
I'm Pig Detective, and I wouldn't mind a little chat.
Sounds a bit like my grandma Hype, but yeah, the old British women sound like that.
Why did I have to climb into a wardrobe to get into your room?
My friend Harriet, who's the housekeeper here, says that I have to hide now that the new Lady Boffington is in residence. I'm only a poor relation, you see, and the Boffingtons are under no obligation to let me stay at Boffington Hall. Harriet is so worried that the new Lady Boffington will just turn me out without a penny when she realizes that I exist. So I have to hide up here and be really quiet. You won't tell anyone that you found me now, will you?
I can keep a secret if I have to.
That is very good of you.
I was just looking at the postcard from your devoted nephews.
Ah, yes, Algernon and Estragon. Such good boys. They used to fight a lot with each other, as twins do. But now they live on the Sun Coast where they opened a restaurant together and have but one heart and one soul. I would go to see them, but travel is so expensive these days, and I have no money of my own, you see.
I beg your pardon? I was under the impression that Algernon and Estragon are no longer alive. I heard that they drowned each other in the lake.
Algernon and Estragon drowned each other in the lake? Goodness, no. They are alive. It must be a joke or a prank of some sort. Oh, I know. I bet they put out the rumor that they are dead so the family would leave them alone. And then they ran off to the Sun Coast. I would run away from the Boffington family myself if I had the money. Boffingtons, as a rule, are very unpleasant people, you know. I only married into this family, so I'm the exception, you see.
You gave me quite a scare just now. I almost thought you were a ghost.
Oh, because of my veils. They are for the beekeeping, you see. Same as the smoke. I'm sorry that I startled you.
You keep bees.
Yes, I keep them and they keep me company, you see. I get a little lonely up here sometimes.
I'm really sorry to anybody if there's a constant annoying thing. It's that I've got a collar on my jumper, and it keeps, I think, knocking the microphone, if anybody can hear that.
This was a very nice chat, but now I am tired. I need to take a nap. Goodbye, young man.
I think I have a little bone to pick with that housekeeper now. I don't mind the rain, I've got an umbrella, but it's very dark outside.
Yeah, as Hype was saying earlier, the thing that's really good about the Chinese equipment, it's built kind of like the old Soviet and the old, like, 50s, 60s British equipment was, where it was designed for, like, retarded conscripts to use, so it's really, really durable. The idea is, like, you know, you can give it to somebody that's a complete mouth breather and they can't break it. Because again, the British Mark II Radiac is such a sturdy piece of equipment. Like the Soviet DP2, it's literally, you can cave somebody's head in it, it's like a mace. What's what, Cotlet? They probably will in the future, JJ, it's just, I think, a modernisation thing. Because Chinese thermals are like the cheapest ones around now. So again, I'm sure China, if they're making the cheapest thermals in the world, will probably issue them out mass on, you know, one point. Again, Air Force, like every army, is worth more than ground troops, unfortunately. You know, as a pilot, your life is worth a lot more than, you know, the cannon fodder infantry. Well, I'd really like to get a Polish MP6, but sadly I don't have that. But the Polish MP5 I like, because it's such a much better version of the French Alpha. Or, you know, ARFA. Weird thing, isn't it, Hype, is Russia kind of went backwards. Like, you had the Soviets where they had night vision for all the tank crews and everything. And then it sort of just went to the point now where night vision is a luxury. Because I guess so much of it just got sold through corruption and they couldn't afford to keep the prices up. But yeah, like, in the 70s, like, the Russians were really, really to be feared in terms of, like, how good their, you know, decent tubes were to, like, mass produce to give to literally every tank crew, vehicle crew, BMP crew, everything like that. Yeah, and now you've got the thing where nobody has it. I have a lot of replica guns and real guns and deactivated guns and everything else. What issues?
Oh, it's you again.
I think I saw you carrying some food up into the attic earlier this evening.
Me, carrying food around the house. Well, I never. You must have seen a ghost. I don't carry food. We have servants for that.
A ghost? You're as bad as the cook. She believes there's a ghost haunting her kitchen. Says it's Ludwig of Buffington who can't stop eating, even in death. I've seen his portrait, and it makes sense. He's a bit fat.
I beg your pardon. Fat? Ludwig of Buffington fat? The poor old man has a problem with his glands, that's all. He was never fat. The abominable slander.
That figures, because apparently his ghost didn't take the food either. It was you the whole time.
Yeah, Russians have Gen 3 units, they're alright, but in terms of Gen 3s, but yeah. That's the thing, they can't mass produce them because of all, like, especially now with chip shortages and everything else.
You were bringing food to the old lady that lives in the attic, weren't you?
Oh, so you found out about Aunt Dottie. This is most vexing. Please do not tell Lady Buffington about her. We are all very fond of the old lady, but she is so very poor.
Right, bye. Again, I don't know what half your questions were about, but bye, Coplet.
She is only a Buffington by marriage, you see, and not rightfully entitled to any of the Buffington money now. Old Lord Reginald is dead. She couldn't afford to live if she was turned out of Buffington Hall. That's why we decided to hide her from Lady Buffington, you see. Please, do not tell anyone.
Well, if it's that important to you. But you won't be able to pretend there is a ghost forever.
That's very kind of you, sir. You're not as bad as you look, really. Anything else?
Oh, I can't see any oh, it's because your YouTube comments are blocking the thing. I have to wait for them to disappear. Lamp, sheet, nothing.
Where can I find a torch again?
You should really try the garage. Most of practical stuff is down there. Anything else?
Where can I find a
You should read anything else.
Could I borrow one of those sheets, please?
One of my clean, freshly pressed bed sheets. Anything?
I'm just...
Well, there's the...
Why are you afraid of Russians? Unless you live next door to them, I wouldn't be. Have I already stolen a sheet? Oh, I can't pick one up, never mind. So she said go to the garage, yeah?
Seems I can't open this without a key.
Right, where to go now? What, the game? Yes it is, it's Big Detective.
If you're just joining us, you're listening to Me in a Bold AM Radio. I'm your host, Chester Fat, Scrumbly, bringing you the very best and latest. Here's There Is Pot.
It's like Spelly Movie walks. Yeah, I'll probably head off quite soon just because I need to do a load of jobs around the house. So I need to get the key, don't I, to the garage, but I have no clue where that's going to be.
Where we are the soothing tones of the Bow Bradley Fall. This is Coffee at La Marmoset.
It's the same two bits as before. Yeah, you don't really want to test it in daylight, do you? But yeah, it's good it does such a good job. Right, anyway, I'll probably be off now. I know I've not been on all that long, but yeah, like I said, annoyingly today I've got a load of shit to do, like washing and laundry and all that stuff, so... Yeah, have a good day, everybody. So tomorrow's Friday. I don't know if he'll be on to do a stream. Again, with the PC, my keyboard's been dying recently. So I'm waiting for a replacement keyboard, so I can't really stream on the PC until that's... You know, I've got a working keyboard again that's properly working. So I might be on here. Cheers, Hype. You too. I might be on here, I might not. Just really depends what I have to do tomorrow and everything else. But, yeah, have a good day. And see you all when I see you.